What's up, TTC9 Empire? Your boy, Mailman, back at it again. Um, didn't really make a video, man, in a little while, but I just want to talk about, a few things. I made a video on the Chip Kelly hiring, but I kind of want to follow up on that. Super Bowl's coming up. Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos are in it. Did make a video gloating about Arizona losing, but thank God they got their ass put out, and that we don't have to worry about them motherfuckers or Seattle playing in the Super Bowl. But kind of wanted to, the 49ers coaching staff is all set, you know, uh, for the most part, kind of somewhat satisfied, even though as far as defensive coordinator went, I was kind of hoping that they were gonna look at Tim Lewis or somewhat, or even Lovie Smith. Even though I know everybody's like, oh man, Lovie Smith likes to run a Tampa too and all of that. But I was just, hoping maybe they could have done something different with the defensive coordinator position. But it's okay, it's okay. Um, Curtis Mockins was a hiring, who's the new offensive coordinator. Was really excited about. As far as he goes, we all know Chip Kelly's going to call the offense, but Curtis Mockins was the run game coordinator for the Detroit Lions, who at one point Detroit wasn't doing shit running the ball, and when he started taking over calling the run plays, they started stringing off these 100-yard games back to back, and time after time after time. So I think Curtis Mockins added with the fact that Chip Kelly's spread system, it's going to spread everything out. I'm expecting big things out the running game from Carlos Hyde. I expected big things out of Carlos Hyde if he stays healthy anyways this past season. But we'll see. I like that. We still have the number 7 draft pick. I talked about this before. Some things we have to address. Offensive line, even though we're still hearing rumors and reports about Anthony Davis possibly coming back, and that would be a big boost for the offensive line because we saw what Brown did, Trent Brown. When we put Trent Brown in there, we saw what kind of talent he had, and me personally, like I said, if Anthony Davis comes back, maybe trying Trent Brown out at guard might not be that bad of an idea. We could kind of see where things go. But I really like Trent Brown. If Anthony Davis can come back in shape and leave off where he was when he left us, that'd be great. We have a Kaepernick situation going on in San Francisco. And there's been reports, there's been rumors here and there saying that Kaepernick wants to be out of San Francisco and he wants to get traded to the Jets, and Chip Kelly, and Kaepernick really hasn't reached out to Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was very lukewarm on the press conference about, Kaepernick being the starting quarterback. We all know and we all feel that, Colin Kaepernick can fit Chip Kelly's spread scheme very, very well. And this is something that we hope for. When Tom Shula was the coach and Jeep was the offensive coordinator, they were saying that they were going to install a faster paced offense. My thinking was, when they were talking about this, I thought that maybe they were trying to run a spread, zone read, faster pace offense, kind of like a Chip Kelly scheme. But, last season we learned that was definitely not the case that they were trying to do. And I always felt if they ran a system like that, Kaepernick can be more successful because, you're shortening the reads up, you're making it simple, you're spreading everything out. You got Torrey Smith, who's a burner. You have Kaepernick, who's got a big arm, who can throw the ball deep out there to him, and also, of course, you got Kaepernick, who is very explosive running the ball, on the zone read. So I thought that sounds like a perfect fit. But it's like I stated before in the video when I talked about Kaepernick, man, I'm not so sure, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I'm not so sure mentally if Kaepernick even wants to play for this team or if he can still do it for this team, man. I'm not so sure if he even still wants to be in San Francisco because we've had all this drama go on about Harbaugh and Kaepernick and all this shit. Trent Baalke and all this drama go on, man. That I really don't know what Kaepernick's head is right now. I really wish he would come out and address the media, and so we can kind of get a good feel for this. This may be a move on Kaepernick's agent, maybe to restructure his contract. Maybe he wants to be in San Francisco, and maybe he wants to have his contract restructured because he feels like he doesn't have security in his job because of the way his contract is structured, and that might make sense too. So we'll see what happens though, man. So like I said, I'm just throwing it out there, talking about that, man, and if we have to move on from Kaepernick, and I would prefer Kaepernick in the Chip Kelly system, Blaine Gabbert is capable and suitable enough to where I feel like he can handle. He can handle because Blaine showed us some good things. This past season he did. Blaine Gabbert did show us some good things, but at the same time, we still have to build the team around him. Still have to build an offensive lineup. We still have to, start, building parts of the defense up because I think the defense is solid. I really do. I think we got a lot of solid young places and pieces on defense that we can grow and build from. So I'm really excited about that, but we'll see what's coming up, man. Probably in the future, I'm going to do a pre-draft video about players that we need, players that I want to see us possibly get, and that's going to be, within probably a week or two here. Then I'm going to do another video about a lot of players that I would like for us to draft or look at, like I always do each year. But I want to get my thoughts on the Kaepernick situation, man. And the rest of the coaches that we hired in place. So that's really about it, man. TTC9 Empire. It's your boy Mailman, and I am out.